We continue discussion of trigonometry. Now we start with graph of functions, trigonometrical functions. See, graph of fx equals sin x, fx equals cos x. You know fx stands for y. So y equals sin x, y equals cos x. We take the x-axis, y-axis. Now we substitute the values. X equals 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. You can see x equals 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Now sine of 0 is 0, cos of 0 is 1. Sine of pi by 2 is 1. Cos of pi by 2 is 0. Sine of pi is 0. Cos of pi is minus 1. And so on. Now we mark these points. For sine, we mark 0, 0, pi by 2, 1, 0, 0, pi by 2, 1, then pi 0, then 3 pi by 2, minus 1. Now for cos, we mark the other points. 0, 1, pi by 2, 0, pi minus 1, 3 pi by 2, 0, 2 pi 1. Now for sine and cos, we have to mark these points and draw the graph. Now you can see this is the graph of sin x. Sin 0, sin pi by 2, sin pi, it goes like this, sin x. Now this is the graph of cos x. Now you can see at pi by 4, sin of pi by 4 is cos of pi by 4. At this point, 5 pi by 4, sin of 5 pi by 4 is cos of 5 pi by 4. Now, this is an important result. Sin of pi plus theta is minus sin theta. But sin of 2 pi plus theta is sin theta. Sin of 4 pi plus theta is sin theta. You see, 2 pi, 4 pi, etc. will not change the value of sin. Minimum of this 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, etc. minimum is 2 pi. We say period of sin x is 2 pi. Now similarly for cos pi plus theta is minus cos theta. That will not come. Cos 2 pi plus theta is cos theta. Cos 4 pi plus theta is cos theta. So for 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, etc. there is no change. That means period of cos x is the minimum of this 2 pi. Now this is an idea. In the case of sine, from 0 to 2 pi you have a graph. Now it will be a repetition of this graph throughout. You can translate, you move that graph rightward and leftward. You get the whole of this. Similarly for cosine, this graph can be moved. So you get a repetition. Now that is the idea of period. Now this is important. Period of sine cos ax plus b is 2 pi by a. This number a you have to divide. Period of sine 3x plus 4 is 2 pi by 3. Period of cos 4x minus 1 is 2 pi by 4. This 4, this minus 1, this b do not have any effect. We need only go for the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x. Coefficient of x. This is a basic idea. Now we consider the graph of y equals tan x. Now we give values for x and get tan x. X is 0, tan 0 is 0. X is pi by 6, tan pi by 6 is 1 by root 3. X is pi by 4, tan pi by 4 is 1. Tan pi by 3 is root 3. Tan pi by 2, sin pi by 2 by cos pi by 2. It is 1 by 0. So denominator is 0 means the figure is very big. We say it is infinity. Now corresponding values for minus. Minus pi by 6 gives you minus 1 by root 3. Minus pi by 4 gives you minus 1. Minus pi by 3 gives you minus root 3. Minus pi by 2 gives you minus infinity. Now we see, we can plot these points. 0, 0, then pi by 6, 1 by root 3, pi by 4, 1, then pi by 3, root 3, and pi by 2 infinity. That means the graph of that curve will touch this at infinity only. So in this finite part, there is no contact. We say in such a situation, here is a note. X equals pi by 2 is an asymptote. So if a line touches a curve only at infinity, it is an asymptote. It is a tangent at infinity. Now, tan of pi plus theta is tan theta. Tan of 2 pi plus theta is tan theta. Tan of 3 pi plus theta is tan theta. So we see there is no difference if you take pi or 2 pi or 3 pi with theta. So minimum is pi. So period of tan x is pi. So period of tan ax plus b is pi by a. Now this is important idea. X equals pi by 2 does not intersect the graph. It touches only at infinity. You can see the graph is coming like this. From minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. It is a repetition. So period is the difference between pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is pi. The graph is simply a repetition of this. Now we consider trigonometric equations. Now for example, solve sin x equals 1 by 2. We know sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2. Sin pi minus pi by 6 is 1 by 2. Sin 2 pi plus pi by 6 is 1 by 2. Sin 3 pi minus pi by 6 is 1 by 2. So you can see so many values of x are coming. So x will be either pi by 6 or pi minus pi by 6 or 2 pi plus pi by 6 or 3 pi minus pi by 6, etc. So when 2, 4, etc. comes, it is plus. When 1, 3, etc. come, it is minus. So x is equal to, this is the formula, n pi plus minus 1 the whole raised to n, pi by 6, where n is an integer. N belongs to either 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, etc. Now we see various values can be obtained like this. Now this is called the general solution. These are particular solutions and this one is the general solution. Now pi by 6 is called the principal value of x. Now for example, solve sin 3x is 1 by root 2. You know 3x is pi by 4 because sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So we take 3x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 the whole raised to n pi by 4. Similar to this. So you divide by 3, you get the result. X is equal to n pi by 3 plus minus 1 the whole raised to n. This 3 will go. 3 into 4 is 12. So pi by 12. N is an integer. Now this is the general solution of that question. Okay, we consider cos x equals 1 by 2. We know cos of pi by 3 is 1 by 2. Again, cos of 2 pi minus pi by 3 is 1 by 2. Cos of 2 pi plus pi by 3 is 1 by 2. Cos of 4 pi minus pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So x can take either pi by 3 or 2 pi plus or minus pi by 3 because 2 pi minus pi by 3 and 2 pi plus pi by 3. 4 pi plus or minus pi by 3 and so on. So in general, x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus pi by 3 because 2 pi, 4 pi etc. are even numbers. So here we take 2 n pi plus or minus pi by 3. N belongs to the integer. It is the general solution. Now for cos 4x equals minus 1, we have cos pi equal to minus 1. So 4x equals, as before, 2n pi plus or minus pi. And we require x. You divide by 4. So x equals n pi by 2 plus or minus pi by 4. Now try to remember the formulae correctly. We conclude this lesson for the time being. Now we will be continuing in our next session. Best of luck for all of you. As I said, go through the results study them, understand the basic principles. Best of luck. Convey this to your friends. Thank you.